All right, good morning, guys. It's 10 o'clock on Monday, and I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, Sunday morning, I went live in the Facebook group and basically was talking about Bitcoin's price. And what I said in there was, I don't want to be one of those guys that only talks about Bitcoin when all of a sudden it's doing well in price. And I wanted to kind of show some technical analysis in regards to Bitcoin's price and its chart so you can see what I was talking about in the live. And basically, the other day, when I first did this technical analysis, I did one right here. And I said, right around this mark, I said, look, Bitcoin's price looks to be in a strong uptrend. And I noted the MACD bullish sign right here where it goes green. And I said, it looks like the trend is good and we could possibly see some nice upside. It so happened that I happened to be correct in this situation. And we got a nice little ride up to 28.8 over here and as high as 30. And then over the last week or so, Bitcoin has been trying to take, it pulled back a little bit. And I hypothesized in my live on yesterday morning that I bet you if we look at the technical analysis, we will see some signs that Bitcoin is now going into an oversold situation. So here's this analysis right here. This technical indicator called stochastics kind of tells you when an asset is overbought or oversold. When it's up here in this area here, up in the top, quadrant here in near this 100% mark above the 50 line, it's considered to be what's called overbought. And when it drops down below here, it's considered to be oversold. Okay? And as you can clearly see, why I felt fairly good about predicting that the price would go a little bit higher here was there was actually all three indicators. If you look at them, all three indicators are trending up. Very, very good sign. So the MACD turned green, which is a very good sign. The stochastics was trending up, as you can clearly see here. It was trending up nicely. And then the relative strength was also trending up. And relative strength basically just means relative to all, I think they do it relative to the S&P 500. How is this asset performing? So for example, when it's green up here, it means it's performing way better than the rest of the S&P 500. So it's one of the top, performing assets. Here, it means it was performing really poorly compared to the S&P 500. Okay, so why I did want to do this quick video was because I said I would do it, and I wanted to put it into the group. Here are some of the signs that I'm looking for. Obviously, please don't take anything that I say as financial advice. This is for you to do your own research. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I am looking for the following. First of all, let's zoom out to 1 year. And one thing you can clearly see is this 200-day moving average. And you can clearly see Bitcoin punched through there, came back, found support at the 200-day moving average, moved up again, came back, it broke through. This might have been a time where a lot of people sold because they were like, oh shit, it broke through, it fell through the 200-day support. But in the end, it punched back up. So that is yet another confirmation that we have support at this 200-day moving average. And then now you can see it's gone back up and it seems to have found support at this 13-day moving average at this occasion. But then it's kind of fell through the 13-day, and now we're hoping that it'll find support at the 50-day moving average, which is the purple line. And it looks like it's going to do exactly that, which is a very, very good sign. So Here's what I'm looking for. I wanted to see today, and this is pretty much exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that at today's price, which is 27,670, I wanted to see this technical indicator, the stochastics, in an oversold position. That is a very good sign. It's a very good sign that this is in an oversold position and the price is kind of shallowing out rather than the drop was right here. The drop was right here, and then now it's kind of found like its little base and it's shallowing it out. And you can also tell from this red MACD that look, it came out and then it's kind of shallowing out and it's starting its little trend to possibly go back up. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So, what would I do with this? I personally, at this point in time, will take this indicator as confirmation that Bitcoin is currently in an oversold position and the low that it's making is not lower than a previous low, like right here. Like if all of a sudden you saw that we weren't quite in an oversold position, that would indicate to me, based on this technical analysis, that we've got some more room to drop. But now we are clearly in an oversold situation and kind of shallowing out, which means to me that, okay, I think Bitcoin is going to find support here a little bit. And it might just kind of teeter along this mark right now, this 27.5, 27,000 mark, maybe 26.5, somewhere around there. And I think it's going to go up and down here for a little bit, maybe another week before before it builds up enough steam to have another little uptick in prices. And then ideally, what we want to see is the next time it goes up, it goes higher than the previous high it just made, which was 30,000. Let me see here. So the high that it made was 30,493. So we ideally want to see it go through that mark. And what you really want to see is you want to see it go through the 30,400 or 30,500 mark with plenty of room on these indicators still indicating that they can go up, which kind of is yet another confirmation that, okay, the price has some room to run. Okay, so for example, if all of a sudden you see these MACD and stochastics in an overbought situation and we're right at 30,400, that might tell you like, oh shit, we're running out of steam a little bit. But if there's plenty of room up, so like for example, let's say it hits 30,400 right here, where there's plenty of room still to go up in the stochastics indicator, that will give you a good sign that, okay, there's still enough momentum, there's still enough energy that can possibly there's still enough buying pressure that can take this price a little bit higher. Doesn't mean it's going to go to 60,000, right away. It just means it'll go past 30,400 and maybe it will hit the 35 mark, you know. For example, as you can see, the last time it kind of found like little support, it kind of was around the 23, 22, 23 mark. And then here it was kind of at the 28. So it's basically jumping up in increments of, let's say, 5 to 6,000. So my guess is the next punch up it has, it's going to go to maybe the 35,000 to 40,000 range. And then it's going to repeat this process again. And as long as the, what do you call, as long as the trend, oh, why can I not make, hold on. Oh, sorry. I must have done something wrong here. Trend line. Okay, there it is. Okay. As long as you can see this trend, Let me start here. So you can see where it's bottoming out. Before, look, it was kind of, you could see that it was making lower lows. So that you can clearly see Bitcoin was on a downtrend from about here. And now it's making higher lows, which is an indication, like it gets into oversold positions, makes the low, and then keeps going up. So this clearly indicates that we are in some type of oh my God, I got all types of freaking lines here. Jeez. Sorry, guys. That made it a little confusing. Okay, so wow, what are all these trend lines here? Sorry, guys. So that clearly shows, and then if this holds true, if this new trajectory that the trend line seems to be making, it shows that we've got a little room to drop. We might drop to this 30-25 range if this trajectory line stays the same. I mean, it just so happens that when it comes to these lines, these trend lines, these charts just seem to always follow these trend lines. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. This was designed to just kind of follow up with the live that I did yesterday. All right, so again, I'm looking at this opportunity right here to maybe, buy a little bit more right now. I think if timing wise, if I believe that everything else has not changed and Bitcoin is definitely on an uptrend now, this is in my opinion, a fairly good time for me to buy a little bit more. Am I going to buy everything here? No, I'm just going to keep buying. Rather than buying here where I could clearly see that it was topping out, I knew that it would probably have like a little, retraction. This clearly tells me that, okay, it kept going. Now it's starting to build up steam again for another move up. Maybe this is the time to buy a little bit more. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that.